Hey guys, how are you doing? We've got a really special treat for you. It's a face that you know and a voice you definitely recognize. We're with Gaku Space. So, Gaku Space, can you tell us, how did you get involved in performing and acting and now in doing so much incredible voiceover work?
I mean, in LA, you have to do everything. Then I thought to myself, we are starving actors, so I want to make living. So I started okay, so maybe I can do a voiceover for like a Japanese, like commercial, whatever. So I sent my demo reel to my agent, and actually I sent only Japanese demo reel. Because if I send English ones, like sounds like everybody else. So I sent only Japanese demo reel, then they interested in me. So I started with the some Japanese commercial, like a radio for like Chrysler and those kind of stuff like that. Then this project came in, and everything's for confidential. So I didn't know I was auditioning for Overwatch or even Blizzard. The description said, it only says we are looking for someone sounds like Ken Watanabe in Last Samurai, but the younger version. And I said, okay, I can do that. And then I did audition, and then I forgot about it. And then my agent called me, hey, so do you remember you auditioned for Blizzard? And I didn't audition for that. Then, that was actually a Blizzard. Okay, cool. And I don't play video games, so I didn't know the Blizzard was as well. So then I did a job, and then little by little, oh shit, this is big. And then now it's like there's a pro league and all those, many conventions. So it's really getting big. Then overwhelmed. But I started with on-camera acting, so it's part of acting, in my opinion. It's not. I don't consider myself as a voice actor. I consider myself as an actor who does Genji's voice. Yeah.
Well, and now that you've done both on-screen characterizations of video games, you've been in Street Fighter and you're in Overwatch, has that really built a huge fan base for you now? When you walk down the street, do people recognize your face and then the voice and then?
Yes, I do. Starbucks and everywhere, Starbucks or Chipotle, and can I? Well, the other day I went to the Grove. And then the guy who's working in the ice cream shop is like, oh my God. And then, can I take a picture with you? And I said, sure. And then he said, I want to buy ice cream for you. And he gave me giant ice cream.
Did you leave him a voicemail? Did you at least get on the thing and be like, it's Genji? Well, because, we're in K-Town right now. So there's a lot of, those video game bars. Yeah. So maybe after this, we can just go and you can just narrate somebody playing World of Warcraft.
Yeah. We sometimes, me and Chris goes, sometimes they call the one-up. On Ventura, and then they have a Street Fighter. So So I play, of course, the Goki, and he plays Ken, and I'm better than him.
Of course,
I'm just telling you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well, so I think a lot of fans would also be interested in wondering is, now that you're doing so much work in voiceover, and you're also, an actor and doing a lot of work, is there a different approach in how you perform as these characters when you're on screen or when you're in a voiceover character?
For me, it's the same. It's different approach a little bit, but everyone says this theater is the biggest, and then you're gonna narrow down, and cameras less is more, whatever. But I necessarily don't agree with that, because sometimes you perform even in the theater, it's like 20 people in a small theater. Then you can't act like this in a 500 seat theater. So you adjust who you are talking to, but still same acting. So when I do voice acting or doing Genji's voice, I imagine then where's the person I'm talking to. So I always imagine, hey, so I'm talking to someone right here, or I'm talking to someone or a bunch of people right there. So it's kind of same approach. It's the only difference is that there's no limitation for body movement. Acting, you have to move. You can't move too much, or you can you have a step or whatever. But in voiceover world, you can do any physical work to get into the character. So that's the only difference. But pretty much the same the approach.
Well, would you also think, now with technology becoming even better with video games, some of the cinematics in video games rival, right?
Yeah.
So, as an actor, does that kind of excite you for what's in the future, or is it even maybe a little scary knowing that some of the stuff in the future might be all CGI? We're living in that weird time in the world where.
So I hope not. Still we want to act, like in from camera, and then still there's Overwatch has a cinematic, anime short, and then they might do a movie or TV series, which I hope. So either way, it's a job. So I'm so happy. I feel lucky to have those kind of jobs. Yeah.
A lot of our audience that watches our interviews and consume the media that you're in, that Asian Americans in, want to see more representation. How do you feel now that you're in one of the biggest video games in the world, you're also in Street Fighter, you're on television shows, that this has helped you to represent as an Asian American or as an Asian in general?
Yeah, totally. So actually, when I moved into the LA, my goal is to open doors for Asian American actors, not only Japanese, Asian American actors, especially from overseas. Because, when I moved from Japan, I had a problem with visas, still have an accent. But people always say, hey, you should lose the accent, you shouldn't have accent. But to me, you guys have American accent. You know what I'm saying?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm from Japan, so I should have accent. And of course, some roles that requires less accent, so I want to do that as well. But I didn't want to lose my, authenticity, and I kept it. So that's why I think they like me as Genji, because I still have authenticity, and I want to represent the authenticity, the culture and all those, Asian culture, the Japanese culture. So I'm glad I'm helping a little bit to, for Asian, community, but still, Mike Mo. Yeah.
Shout out to Mike Mo,
yeah, Mike Mo. He is the Triton, and Inhuman. So everyone does many, big things. So we should help each other to open more doors for Asian American or Asian actors. Yeah.
I think another question a lot of people would have too is now, especially not only Asian community, but some would argue like nerd culture. You've been in quite a lot of stuff most fanboys would love: Ninja Turtles, Street Fighter, now How I Met Your Mother, and then now Overwatch. Has that kind of brought you into that forefront a little bit in that culture? Were you ever part of nerd culture before, or is it all kind of new to you?
I used to play video game, but more like I'm an RPG guy. So I did like Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, those kind of.
All about that HP, yeah.
Yeah. But I always liked the like manga animes, so I still watch Dragon Ball Super every week on on YouTube Live. You're not supposed to because it's kind of illegal, but yes, I watch every week.
You just admitted to a crime, by the way. Just when this goes to court, I just want to submit that.
I said you're not supposed to, yeah. And then I buy digital Weekly Jump every week, so I read all the One Piece and those kind of my favorite from right now is Hunter x Hunter and then One Piece. I used to like Naruto as well. So
there's no Hamtaro on that list. I'm a little disappointed, just slightly. Well, let me ask you. I know earlier you said you didn't really play video games before, but you do go to the One Up, another shout out sponsorship, and you play video games. Do you ever trash talk in the voice of Kenji, and then people just get like, oh my god, like what's happening?
I mean, I don't do that often. Yeah.
Often? What do you do with it?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. But we play most likely, the fighting game Street Fighter. So the Christian Howard's right there. He plays Ken, and I play Goki. I always beat him. Yeah.
He's just keeping quiet in the corner.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mike, back him up. Where's Mike?
Where's Mike? Yeah. So, yeah, I sometimes do that.
Well, that begs the question: Who do you play? Who do you play as? In Street Fighter. Who do you pick?
Goki, of course. It's best. Or Shin Akuma.
Akuma, yeah. Are you a button masher? I mean, are you? Do you just
I'm just
you
do
spam
this.
a lot?
I just do this.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's Kenji. A lot of people are excited for all the projects you have coming up. Can you tell us 2018? What can we see you in, or hear you in?
I mean, I can't say much, NDA. So one thing is I already came out. Hopefully they don't cut my scene. I'm gonna be in Westworld.
Okay.
Yeah, my manager Scott got me the audition, and I booked the job. Thank you very much. Yeah, but it's a small role, so hopefully they don't cut my scene. That's what we're hoping for. Sometimes you get one line, two line roles, but hopefully you don't get caught. But hopefully, this year there's more things to come. And still, I'm going to some conventions for like Overwatch and Street Fighter to meet my fans. And hopefully, it's gonna get busy for this year. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we hope to see more of you. We hope to hear more from you. And Westworld, you're watching, right? So don't leave it in there. Play to your fan.
No, make sure I'm gonna be in it, then watch it. That's because I don't know yet. So yeah.
We'd also like to know. We have a lot of fans watching all around the world, in the Philippines, here in the United States. We are sure that they have to ask you lines when they meet you. So, what are some of the most popular lines from the game, from shows that you've been in, that they'd like to ask you to do?
Of course, they want me to say, "I need healing."
And one last thing, can we ask you to do a quick little shout out to your fans in the Philippines and across the world? Genji, you're watching Pacific Rim.
Hey guys, this is Gaku Space, and then thank you for watching Pacific Rim video. And then if you want to follow me, my Instagram is at Gaku Space. You seem nice. I hate to kill you.